They're separate things, separate
No,
copies.
that's good.
Okay, I'd like to call to order this special meeting of the Board of Selectmen for Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. And can we begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, any correspondence?
Nope.
Okay, first order of business, and I'll just make the motion. I move we allocate ARPA funds not to exceed $65,000 to satisfy the change order for the demolition of the old police department due to the discovery of asbestos. Okay, so for discussion, I think the reason that they're not copied on both sides is they were separate printouts.
We'll have to work on it.
So what we have here before us, we have the, well, first off, the back part of this is that basically we had hygienics come through and they looked at the place and they did not discover that we had vermiculite in the main building walls, not what had in the addition. When Stanford Wrecking went in there and started doing something, they figured it out. They took pictures of it, identified it as vermiculite. And now we have a change order for $53,000 for that. And we're able to do this quickly as long as we have I should say a licensed company monitoring the disposal, which is why they have a bill for, the invoice for $9,000. It's actually, I take it back, they're supposed to go on here for up to $9,050 would be the maximum that they would charge us at.
Right, yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, it's $9,050. I thought he had written it on here. I apologize. I do know that they had written a guarantee on that. That was the max that we would be charged. So there we go. I mean, I think we're just kind of in a pickle because we started the project. That, but
It is in the backup on page 1 of 2, they talk about it's $180 a ton with a minimum of 23 tons.
right, which it could be less,
Right, so
Yes.
it's, it's not a quote, it's not to exceed.
not to exceed. Right, and there's a good chance that this as this all comes out, it could be less than the 65.
Yeah,
so
well.
significantly.
23 tons.
Oh, there you go.
There's a lot of material.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, do they include the block in that because of the vermiculite?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, they
I
could.
don't know. I don't know what they're gonna require.
Yeah, because that, like when they did the schools, the block was considered hot too, so they had to do the block.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's, okay.
And what I think I did not bring, and it's really worth mentioning, oh, maybe it is here, I take it back. I've got the email here. Did you guys get the copy of the email too? Okay,
So
so,
we're just down, Ryan, just down the estimated quantities, concrete blocks, the plus minus 350 tons.
okay,
So I'm guessing that they are
Yeah.
including the block in it.
so one of the things that came up, I know with resident, I talked to Selectman Terzian briefly. And with residential, you can actually, look at vermiculite, and they can look at it through a microscope and see if there's asbestos in it.
Hmm.
But the way they treat, I did a lot of research on this because of where the vermiculite came from during those years. 70% of it came from contaminated mines in Libby, Montana. So there's always an assumption made that it's always contaminated. And I was told that Region 1 from the EPA doesn't recognize any particular test, that we just have to assume it's contaminated. So that's what want to make sure everybody knew about. Because I did try, I even called the EPA myself to see if there's anything that, we're pretty much, it is what it is at this point.
Well, we don't have a choice.
No.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. It would have been nice if they had found it in the initial.
And to that point too, I did talk to Public Works, and I think he talked to Marty, Town Council, to see if we would have any kind of claim. And I think it came out that we would not, because this would have been the cost anyway, had they discovered it. It would have been nice to know, because then, we just would have known with when we're making decisions to use ARPA funds or not. I'm not sure if it made the difference, but yeah, sometimes it does. So And I'm also told that they did, when they went out for the second look at this, that hygienics did not charge us for that. You know, if we get a bill, I think we'll turn around, and talk to their president, and say, hey, I don't think we should pay that.
Yeah.
Since you missed it on the first one. So if there's no further discussion, I'll move for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks for coming down, sitting that.
Quick.
Meeting.
You did say